Hello there, my name is Artie.
And my name is Remus Official.
And welcome back to The Social Outcast, the only podcast where the hosts have a 16-hour time difference and a broken microphone. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, with a broken microphone, because my microphone...
Woo!
This is the third time we've tried to record this.
I've just been sitting here in this booth.
Yeah, I mean... It is what it is.
It is what it is.
We've had to transfer to my laptop to attempt to record this podcast because my PC is having some issues.
PC
with my
is
microphone.
not liking you right now.
Not a single bit. But we're here. It's been a while.
It has certainly been a while.
Obviously, we couldn't do anything over Christmas because everyone was busy. And couldn't do anything over New Year's because I was working on the biggest video I've ever made.
Whole month's work of just putting it together.
Yep. And then... Oh, what do we got? And then since then, I just haven't been bothered to record a podcast. But we're here now. Yes. But we're here, we are here, and we are ready to talk about videos and video games, because that's what the podcast is about. So let's get started with the aforementioned month of work on a video. Remus knows all about this because he was kindly helping me acquire footage and music. Oh, well, not music, but footage.
I was just stealing videos off of YouTube, and then you gave credits.
Yeah. I mean, it helped, man. You saved me like an hour of work at the like minimum. So I'm very grateful. But if you haven't watched it, already, it is the please watch it. Yeah, it's the biggest video I've ever made. It's about 45 minutes, and it is almost every game I played this year, and also a little award ceremony called RTB's Thing of the Year Awards. It is exactly what it says on the tin. I compiled a list of every game I bought this year, and went through them and gave a short, like paragraph-long review on each game.
I didn't even know half of the games on that list existed.
Me neither, to be honest, before I got them. Prime Gaming is, like, they give you the weirdest games. In fact, let me scroll through this month's games.
Oh yeah, hang on, I think I've got Twitch too. I know I got Twitch Prime.
Oh, you'll have Prime Gaming then?
Yep.
You do get some really good stuff on there, though. I mean, I'll give them props for that. Right, so this month's games are The Last Blade, Far Away 2, Jungle Escape, The Evil Within 2, Beat Cop, Chicken Police, Paint It Red, Lawn Mowing Simulator, Breath Edge, Dishonored 2, Metal Slug, The Last Blade 2, The King of Fighters 2003, Metal Slug X, SNK 40th Anniversary.
What is this Metal Slug series?
There's more. Metal Slug 3, Twinkle Star Sprites, and Real Bout Fatal Fury 2, The Newcomers.
That is the longest title I've heard for a game. Like, you could make a game called Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Spelling Simulator, and that would still, like, not even rival that title I just heard.
Real Bout Fatal Fury 2, The Newcomers. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. I think my favourite title, I've never played any of these. I plan to play Beat Cop. That's about it. But my favourite title, my favourite sounding one, is obviously it's got to be Chicken Police.
Chicken Police.
Red. It's
one title. It's well. Chicken Police, like Paint It Red.
Yeah, it's Chicken Police - Paint It Red.
What the? I thought it was two separate games, like Chicken Police and then another one called Paint It Red.
No, they're the same game.
Paint It Red would be a sick game name.
From memory, there is a game called Paint the Town Red where your goal is to just kill everyone.
I do remember Paint the Town Red. I do remember that
Pretty
one.
sure
I've seen it.
big gaming YouTubers used to play it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. Isn't that the one where you also, like, have to kill, like, farm animals?
I have no idea. Hold on. Paint the town red.
Might be
I was
something
right, it is a
along those
game.
lines.
It looks like really violent Minecraft.
I could
that's
say the
about
same
it.
about Unturned, to be fair.
Unturned?
Yes, it's basically Minecraft with only zombies and guns.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Looks more like Roblox.
It's a mixture of both. It's the cursed child.
Yeah. The illegitimate child of Minecraft and Roblox.
Hey, it's free to play, so that's the Roblox side of it.
Well, yeah. But back to the main topic, the big video. So I started scripting for that in late November because I thought I had all of the games that I was going to have. I knew I was going to get one game in December because I had already pre-ordered it in November, and that's Heatstroke. But then friends gifted me Bloons TD6 and The Last Hope Trump vs. Mafia, both of which are bangers. So I had to add more to the script then, and then I had to procure footage for all of it, which is more difficult than it sounds because I have a very limited amount of storage space, so I can't just install the game if I don't already have it installed, record 5 minutes of footage, then uninstall it. With bigger games like Shadow of Mordor, I couldn't be bothered to install it again, so I just asked Remus to find me some clips.
Ooh, 8 terabytes.
Which he did. 8 terabytes. Yeah, you found, like, I was expecting you to grab, like, 20-minute long gameplay, like, tutorial clips or something. You know,
Oh,
those.
hell no. If you ask me to
but
find
no,
clips, I'm going to find a tutorial for the whole game.
Yeah, Remus found, like, 8-hour long plays and sent those to me. And then clipped them up and then sent them to me. I mean, yeah, it works, but a bit unorthodox.
I'm always unorthodox.
Very true. Oh, and with games like Slime Rancher 2 and Psychonauts, they were on Game Pass. I don't have Game Pass anymore.
No.
So I had to get Remus to find me clips for those as well. And then for each game, I had to find one of the songs from the soundtrack. Usually it was the main theme, but if I was more familiar with the game, I would choose a song that I like. Stuff like that. All of that crunched together took me. I did it all in one day because I really wanted to get it done. Took me about 10 hours in total.
Yikes. Yeah, that's where the burnout comes in.
Yeah. And then I was another 2 hours doing the award ceremony because that was significantly shorter. I just put one track in the background. And it wasn't clips, it was just the Steam banner art. So yeah. But to basically, very big video, please go watch it, thank you. But to avoid burnout, because I do want to do that again next year, I have actually already started on the next year's one.
Let's go.
Yes, yeah. Surprisingly enough, I have actually already gotten games this year. So I've just, if I'm not talking about them on Thing of the Week on contentunavailable.net, go there too. They're going on the new everygame-2023.txt.
There you go. That's all you need in life is just a text file to keep down all your stuff.
Oh man, I had someone so I do everything in Notepad. I script all of my videos.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, because it just looks. Well, it doesn't look better, but it's, like, easy to use. It's very simple. And then I had someone come up to me, what the hell? Why are you using Notepad? That's, like, the worst program.
Only Giga Chads use Notepad for, like, everything.
Well, yeah, but... No, because the thing is, like, if I use Word, now I have to deal with gross formatting issues. If I use Notepad, I can do whatever the hell I want. And
It's literally just a block that you type into.
It's just a block, yeah. It's great. It's my favorite application.
It's the easiest thing.
Notepad is how I started out with HTML.
I was about to say, Notepad is how I started out with both HTML and how I started out with JSON coding and how I eventually went over to Java.
It's so powerful. People do not give Notepad enough credit. It's brilliant.
WinRAR and Notepad, those are the only two things I've ever needed for any sort of modding.
Well, I mean, I use Visual Studio Code now for HTML because I'm not insane.
Fair enough.
Like, Notepad's good, but when you have to repeatedly type, what is it? Lesser than, P, greater than, text, lesser than / P, greater than. I think I got those two the right way around.
It is less than and then greater than.
Cool. You'd think as someone that codes, I would know the difference, but no.
I mean, it's all based on perspective. It's where the subject is that you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the crocodile eats the bigger number.
Wait, you learned about that too?
Yes, another.
Oh, that's the only way I learned about it back in like grade school, elementary and grade school.
I literally, whenever I'm doing like maths with those symbols, I back of my head, the crocodile eats the bigger number. It's brilliant.
I even used to draw like little teeth.
Oh my god, same.
Yes. Drawing like little teeth, and it's like, here we go.
Now that's the Giga Chad move.
Yes. If you never drew teeth on your greater than or less than symbols, you're not a Giga Chad. It's that simple.
Did you even have a childhood at that point?
Exactly.
Changing the topic to something, changing it to something completely different. I have a smartwatch, and I've had my smartwatch for about a year now, and it's very good. I like my smartwatch. It was relatively inexpensive, but you know, it's like it's got sentimental value. So, Remus, do you know what tubing is? And not like YouTubing, tubing.
Like water tubing? What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what water tubing is.
Yeah, so when you're on an inflatable on the back of a jet ski. So
yeah.
My uncle's got a jet ski, and I was vibing on this. I think they're called Seabiscuit. So I was vibing on the Seabiscuit attached to my uncle's jet ski, and I had my watch on, like unknowingly, because I just have it on all the time. And we were going about, I want to say 60 kilometers per hour.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fast.
I put my hand. It wasn't even underwater. Was the funny thing. Well, not the whole time. I put my hand underwater for like 2 seconds.
Yep.
I reached back out. Where the hell's my watch?
Oh no!
It got ripped off the what do you call them? The band, the thing that wraps around your wrist.
Wristband.
It got wristband. That's it. It got ripped off the wristband and went flying, and we were not able to recover it.
Wait, it's lost?
It is lost to sea.
But
the funny thing is, it is entirely waterproof. So there is every likelihood. Well, not every likelihood. There is a very small chance that some random fisherman will fish up my watch and it will still be fully operational.
Magnet fishers are going to go out there and just find a random smartwatch and be like, how the hell, when did somebody lose this 2 hours ago? Turns out it was like
I mean, it would be out
years.
of charge by now. And you need like this weird specialized charger to charge it. But
is it like the ones on the Nintendo Switch where they have like that hole in the middle?
Kind of. Yeah, it's like the Wii U charger, the Wii U gamepad charger, but in the shape of a watch.
Oh no!
Speaking of, actually, I've been considering homebrewing my Wii U. But the thing is, I don't know if I should or not. I've been tossing it up. What is your expert opinion on this, Remus?
So the thing is, the Wii U isn't a console that is sold anymore. It's not really. It never really technically was a popular console, at least over here.
Shame that.
Yeah. I know like 1 or 2 people with a Wii U. I was not one of them. But the thing is, the Wii U isn't really sold anywhere, nor are any games for it sold anywhere, unless you go to somewhere like a Disc Replay. Now, if you are to homebrew it or jailbreak it or whatever you want to call it, then you gotta realize the fact that if you damage it beyond repair, then there's nothing you can do. You can't send it to Nintendo because it's like, they're gonna just say it's your fault.
Which, I mean, it is.
Yeah. So it all depends on what you plan on doing. If you don't plan on doing anything too intense, then sure, by all means go for it. If you're planning on just like modding a few games, then yeah. But if you're planning on like breaking that thing to pieces just to get a new experience, then I wouldn't.
Definitely
I don't think
not.
it's worth it.
Yeah. Basically, I have a bunch of Wii U ROMs legally acquired. I have a bunch of Wii U ROMs, ripped from old games before I sold them, and I wanna have those loaded onto the Wii U, but I can't do that if it's not homebrewed. So I don't know if it's worth it or not.
If you're just loading up ROMs, then yeah, it's pretty much worth it at that point. Especially if you legally owned the games at one point.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, okay, right. Here's my take on game piracy. Nintendo should not be so like little snowflake princess about their games. Like, if you pirate their game, they are gonna get absolutely livid at you with no I don't know, with no repentance. I don't know the word. No, basically they get livid at you even if they don't sell the game anymore. I know a lot of people that that have pirated DS games, which I see is perfectly fine, because if you're not selling them, and the only way to buy them is to buy pre-owned copies, where I was about to say,
there's no way to acquire them.
Yeah, I see absolutely no problem with piracy in that case. I don't even consider it piracy. When you're downloading a game that is still available on the shelves, that's a different story then, because, you know, that is stealing. But, you know, I think Nintendo should, because if you like homebrew your newer consoles, I don't know if this still applies to the Wii U, but if you homebrew certain consoles, if you go online, you'll just instantly get banned, basically.
Cough, cough, Nintendo Switch.
Pretty much. I mean, you probably shouldn't homebrew your Switch unless you're into modding.
Yeah. Or if you're just wanting to be that guy that decides to go and use PK Hex.
Don't know what that is, but all right. I don't have a Switch. My brother has one, but I never use it. The only good game on there that I've seen is Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, or whatever it's called.
Honestly,
now that game's a banger.
I've seen it and I've played it and I've enjoyed it. I don't have a copy of it, but I have played it.
It's I might preface this by saying I have only played about 4 games on the Switch. And Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle was my personal favorite, because I like strategy games like that.
Fallout Tactics.
It's a bit like XCOM. Kingdom Battle.
Fair enough.
It's like weirdly similar to XCOM. Very good game. I would recommend. But yeah, no, that's my stance on game piracy. If it's not publicly available anymore, I see it as perfectly fine. But if it is publicly available, it's stealing.
In my opinion, if you have already legally owned it, and you still own it legally and you just want to get it on like your computer, then I see it as completely fine.
Yeah.
For instance, I still have physical copies of Pokemon White, Pokemon Black 2, a lot of Pokemon games actually, and I have went ahead and I have imported them onto my computer using ROMs.
Yeah.
And then I mod them.
I mean, especially if you're modding them, I think that's perfectly fine.
So yeah, Nintendo, please, don't be so stingy. I understand that there are like some people that go too far with it. But please.
Seriously, Nintendo, like, they are worse than Disney sometimes. They protect their IP at all costs. You remember Pokemon Brick Bronze?
Oh my goodness, on Roblox?
Yeah. Ancient.
Did that get taken down?
Yes.
No.
Nintendo didn't like the fact that they were apparently profiting off it. I mean, if they were profiting off it, they probably shouldn't have done that. But Nintendo, you didn't have to shut the game down. You could have said, hey, stop profiting off it or give the profits to us.
I was about to say, they were profiting off of it because of game passes, like double shiny chance or double trainer cash from battles, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
But that's strictly
I didn't
Robux.
play much of it, but... Well, you can then, with the DevX, exchange it for money. Like, exchange it for absolute peanuts, I might add.
Yes, I would like to exchange my 1 million Robux for 2 pennies, please.
2 shillings and a sixpence. But, come on, Nintendo. There was also, what's it called? Pokemon Uranium?
Oh, Pokemon Uranium is well known in the ROM community. It was one of the greatest games to ever exist, and I think like you can't find it anymore because of Nintendo.
It's like the only people that have the ROMs are the people that were lucky enough to get it before Nintendo shut it down. And they shut it down, like, pretty quick.
I was about to say, I kind of want to go, like, I know a couple of people who have copies of it, and I want to go and get it, because it is an absolute amazing game. And it features a lot of cool Gen 5 Pokemon.
Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Pokemon. Not to say it's not a good game, it's just, how do I describe it? I do like it, I just don't really get the immense amount of hype. Like, it's the biggest video game franchise of all time, I believe.
It's because they appeal
I don't
to
really
both
understand
sides.
that. What do you mean?
They appeal to both sides of the community. They
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. They have the older community with people going back from the days of, like, Red and Blue. And they keep adding these new things that the Red and Blue fans will understand because it's a bunch of references to past games. However, you've also got the new community, the people who want to get into the game and won't know anything about it, so they have to keep the games at the same levels, which are going to cause some sparks with, like, the veterans who know everything about the game, like they know the exact type matchups, stab, and move powers.
Yeah. I mean, it is, without a doubt, a very successful franchise. And I've played a few of the games. They're good, but I don't think I would go out of my way to play any more of the games, if that makes sense.
No, I completely understand that. I personally like it, but it's not for everyone.
I do like the trading card game, though. That's fun. I have quite a few theme decks.
I can't remember the last time I've actually... I can't remember the last time I've actually had a legitimate battle in the trading card game with somebody.
Oh yeah, no. I was surprised by how little people know how to play. I thought it was a universal thing that everyone just knew how to play the card game, but no. It is really confusing, to be fair.
Isn't it like each turn you attach an energy, and then to do certain attacks you have to take away that energy? And then like...
No, you don't have to take away energy. It stays there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, each turn you can attach one energy to one Pokemon, and you can put as many Pokemon on your bench as you want. But you can only evolve a Pokemon on that turn if it's a stage 1 and you've got a basic, or a stage 2 and you've got a stage 1, the corresponding one. You can only evolve them at least one turn after they've been placed or last evolved. And then there's so much stuff.
And then like you have to take out 3 of their Pokemon. It's like 3 or 6 of their Pokemon to win.
You can choose. There are prize cards at the side. Every time you kill one of their Pokemon, you take a prize card. First person to 0 prize cards left wins.
Oh.
It is certainly a confusing game, but it's very good.
Alrighty then. I did not expect that.
The pictures on the cards look funny.
I've got a couple of signed cards.
Oh wow, I've got nothing of that. I've got some old ones. That's about it.
Oh yeah, the first edition Holo Charizard card. Let's go.
Definitely not. I don't think any of my cards could sell for more than 25 pennies.
25 cents.
But yeah, Pokemon card game is good. In terms of the actual video games, I've played about halfway through Red on my Game Boy Color, and halfway through Silver on the DS. Trico. Whichever one had Trico, I played through that one.
That's Gen 3. So you played Gens 1, 2, and 3.
Not 2. 1 and 3.
No, wait. You said Silver, though? Or was that the one you were mistaking that had 3. Trico in it?
That one. I've played 2. I've played Red and the one that had Trico in it.
So either Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald.
I think it was Ruby.
It was either Ruby or Sapphire. I'm starting to think Sapphire because you said Silver. Because Silver's Gen 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It shows you how little I know about the franchise.
It also shows you how big of a nerd I am about the franchise. I could go through and you could get me a picture and I could name any of them.
Jeez.
Lechonk.
Lechonk,
the pig Pokemon that was introduced in Scarlet and Violet.
Yes, I like him because he sounds like LeChuck from Monkey Island.
I remember this conversation. What is this?
I'm pretty sure we've had this before. Oh no. I always do this. Remus, how was your Christmas?
Okay, so the thing is, of course you saw in the Discord server that my PC got a slight upgrade. I was running on 16 gigs of RAM for the longest time, which doesn't work well with Blender.
Mm.
And then I went ahead and tripled it.
Which naturally you used to video edit, because of course.
It's free. It's
Fair
free
enough.
and it's overcomplicated. It suits me.
I won't knock it till I try it. And I won't try it, so...
I don't blame you. It's too confusing. You have to, hand do everything.
Oh, jeez.
I had to do my shake effects for if I was adding in a shake effect for a train horn.
I just drag in the shake effects.
Sounds
from
amazing.
The shake effect box. Filmora is lovely. Oh, you know what, though? I was scammed out of Filmora 12.
Oh, no!
Well, pretty much. While I was editing that big video... it came up with a little pop-up, and it's like, hey, the new version of Filmora is out. You want to try it? I was like, yeah, sure. So I download it. I uninstall Filmora 11. I install Filmora 12. Love this new UI. Looking great. And then it's like, hey, you. Give us money.
Yep, there it is. There's the catch.
See, thing is, I've bought a lifetime subscription to Filmora 11 because it's cheaper. And actually, no, I bought a lifetime subscription to Filmora 10, and then when Filmora 11 came out, it automatically upgraded me. But it didn't do the same here. So, even though I really liked Filmora 12, I got to pay an exorbitant amount of money to actually upgrade to it. So I'm sticking with 11. But it did take a while because I had to reinstall Filmora 11 and uninstall Filmora 12. So that was not a fun day. But yes, back to back to your computer.
That's it. I just got more RAM, and then I did absolutely nothing. I thought I was gonna make a video over break, and then I never did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough.
You were working on yours, and I was just sitting around playing 7 Days.
I need to try that game.
It is way too fun. Then again...
So, describe it to me.
Okay, so the thing is, there's a specific type of game I like to play. Open world, survival, sandbox-esque.
I mean, that's probably like the best genre.
Thank you. Okay. So, the thing is, it's got your stereotypical guns, it's got your weapons, and it has a level system of 1 through 6. You cannot craft, no matter how hard you try, you cannot craft level 6. You can only craft up to level 5.
Okay.
You got zombies, and each one has different amounts of health, and each one has like different abilities. You got spiders which climb up walls and jump at you. You've got cops which spit acid at you.
Oh my god, I don't remember cops doing that.
Yeah. Shows you how toxic they are. That was a bad joke. You've got zombie vultures, which are self-explanatory.
Of course.
Zombie dogs, zombie bears.
They sound cool.
Regular old mountain lions.
just normal mountain lions. Of
yeah,
course.
no zombie mountain lions. No, this is just an actual zombie, like not an actual zombie, an actual mountain lion.
Naturally.
It's been in alpha for over a decade. It's never gone out of alpha.
Is it being consistently updated?
Yeah, actually, in my opinion.
When was the last update?
Let me check Steam again, but fairly recently. I want to say like the last major update was in November.
Oh wow, okay. I was expecting that to be like 4 years ago. Usually if a game's been in alpha for over 5 years, it means it's dead in the water.
No, this is not even close to dead in the water.
That's really weird.
They recommend
it's like Fortnite. Fortnite was in early access for a really long time, I remember.
Okay, here's the features. You explore, craft, build, cooperate and compete, create, improve.
Holy crap, it's like Minecraft.
That's the thing that I used to describe it to my close friends. I'm like, imagine Minecraft but in a zombie apocalypse and with better gravity. Because the buildings have better gravity to it.
Fall too.
Wait, what?
Now the grass blocks fall too, not just the sand.
Actually, yeah. You can only go a certain distance out, and it depends on what you use as your base. It's got all sorts of structural integrity. And as an architecture major, obviously that's gonna make me fall for it hook, line, and sinker.
Be funny if one of your architecture assignments was just play Valheim.
About that.
Oh no.
I have suggested to the professor, I'm like, you're having us use all this fancy software, like $300 plus software.
Oh my god.
I come from like, not Naperville, which is used to like 7 digits for household incomes. I don't come from that area. I come from the cornfields. How about you give us something a lot easier to do? Give us a game that has good structural integrity aspects, or something that's supposed to mimic a game that has structural integrity to it, and have us mess around on that and see what we can create there. Because I can guarantee you'll have people creating better things on Minecraft than on this stupid software that's $300.
You're probably not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong, because I'm living proof of that. I have built, like, builds that took me a solid 5 whole days to make on Minecraft, and it's this ginormous mansion. And then I go on this software and I'm like, I can only put columns and planks. Where's everything else?
Where's the glazed terracotta?
Where's the glazed terracotta? Where's my glass? And where the fuck is my podzol? Can't forget podzol. It's the most useless block.
Can't forget podzol. Oh, jeez.
I go on rants if you couldn't tell.
No, I can't tell. It's fine, though. That's what the podcast is for.
But
architecture school certainly sounds like something.
I don't recommend that. I just recommend the game 7 Days to Die.
So in 7 Days to Die, is it like procedurally generated? You try to survive within 7 days, then start another one.
So, fun fact, the reason it's called 7 Days to Die is because every 7 days there is an event called the Blood Moon. The Blood Moon is where the zombies, no matter where you are, they will find you.
Oh.
They will sprint after you at nightmare speeds, find you, and try to kill you.
That sounds terrifying.
The default number of zombies that will be constantly spawned is 8. They've changed that. There will constantly be 8 zombies on your default settings.
Oh, I was thinking it was like I had like pictures in my head of like hordes of thousands of zombies coming in at you, and you've got like a big stick.
I mean, that's how the first Blood Moon pretty much is. You got like the horde of zombies that's approaching you, and all you've got is your wooden club. You can change it now to a maximum of 64 constantly spawned in zombies.
A whole stack.
Yeah, so if you kill one, then another one will immediately spawn. And it can go over 64. That's just the minimum.
So is killing the zombies like a futile endeavor? Or like should you actually try to kill them if they're not that close to you, or just like run?
My best advice is if you're playing on default, it's best to run and build up and create a moat around yourself.
Okay.
If they get close, start killing, because that's free XP, and you ain't gonna survive if you don't start killing.
Ah, right, okay. Nice.
It's ridiculously hard.
It sounds like a solid game.
It's ridiculously hard if you play on like full like default.
All right. Speaking of video games, I've been playing. Have you heard of Warhammer Vermintide 2?
I've heard of the Warhammer. I've heard of Warhammer.
Okay. Well, I'm not the biggest Warhammer fan. I'm not too acquainted with it. But Warhammer Vermintide 2 is a game that was free mid last year, I want to say. So I grabbed it, and some of my friends grabbed it. And we've been playing it. It is basically Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, but with more guts.
With more guns, and you play as actual people.
Sorry, no, not guns. Guts.
Guts?
Yeah.
Oh!
Although it probably does have more guns as well. So, for example, one guy, the guy that I play as, I've forgotten his name, but he's got a big sword. And if you swing your sword hard enough at the evil rat people, you can chop their torso off and you can see their intestines. It's really gross, but it's also, like, incredible.
Hold up, rat people?
It's best not to question it. Basically, no, the main enemies of this game are, like, big rat people. They're incredibly easy to kill. Just one tap on the head with a sword and they're basically dead. But we figured out, me and my friend that were playing, we figured out why the game's called Vermintide. It's because at around every corner, a tidal wave of rats comes at you. So you just have to swing your sword with with great intensity and hope that they all die.
Just slash and dash.
Mm-hmm. It's great. It's a brilliant game. It's so it's a co-op, team-based.
Where can I find this
shooter? It is on Steam, but I think it's quite expensive.
Warhammer Vermintide 2?
Yes.
Specifically that one? It's 80% off right now.
Oh wow!
It's $6.
Okay, well, it's a solid game. I would personally recommend it. It's lots of fun. Me and my friend just completed Act 1 of the story. Yeah, very good. It is. Yeah, so co-op, team-based, first-person shooter. Yeah, it is genuinely, all jokes aside, a lot like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
We're totally not doing this right
now. But yeah, no, it is a solid game. I would recommend. You've been playing any cool other games recently, Remus, other than 7 Days?
Well, there was 7 Days. There was this game that I played for a little bit called Devour. It's a horror game. You go and you find specific things for each map. For one map, it's like you go find rats and you pop them using an electrical chair. For another map, you go and sacrifice goats to a fire. It's a very anti-religious game, to say the least.
I gathered. Sounds interesting.
I was playing that. I've been playing Valorant. I suck at shooter games. Absolutely
Same.
Garbage at them. I've popped off on it recently.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
I've consistently sucked. Apart from the one time I played CS:GO once, and I was like weirdly good. In like one singular round, I carried my team.
There we go.
I've not played since. You quit while you're ahead.
You pop off at certain points, and then you're like, "Yep, that's it. I'm good."
No more of that, thank you. I'll go back to swinging swords at rat people.
Oh yeah, swinging swords at rat people.
Did you actually just?
I just did that.
Too?
I'm never gonna find it for that. Like, I just saw it was like $30 normally. So yeah.
I'd definitely recommend. It is very, very good. Lots of guts. Lots of things to kill.
Oh yeah.
So for Christmas I got are you familiar with Marvel Unlimited?
Marvel Unlimited? I know Marvel, like the cinematic universe and the comic book universe.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, it's that Marvel. So Marvel Unlimited is their comics app that has... It's just basically a massive archive of all of their comics.
Oh, okay.
It's like a subscription. It's, I want to say $70 per year over here. So I got that for Christmas, which is awesome. Been loving it. And I've been reading this comic event called Maximum Carnage. Do you know Carnage?
Oh, no.
He's like... Red
Venom. I know. Red Venom.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, in Maximum Carnage... Oh, by the way, this event is from 1993.
Oh, joy. So it was during that era.
Yeah. In this one, Carnage escapes serial killer... Whoa. That's not how you speak. Serial killer prison. And starts... he starts killing people, unsurprisingly.
Gasp. It's like he's a serial killer or something.
With his big old Carnage symbiote. And then he teams up with a bunch of bad guys, and then a bunch of good guys team up and try to kill him. I'm not giving it justice by describing it, but it's very good. The main thing I wanted to talk about was how goddamn old it is. And you don't realize how old it is until you see a panel like this. There's this guy robbing a computer store, and you know what he says? 10 megs of RAM, an 80 meg hard drive. Why shouldn't I take it? I deserve it. You don't really understand how dated these things are until you see something like that. 10 megs of RAM. Sorry, for contrast, Remus, how much RAM did you say your new computer has?
My new computer has 48 gigabytes.
Yeah. And an 80 meg hard drive. How big's your hard drive, Remus?
My hard drive is 8 terabytes. 8 terabytes.
So a little bit better then. Like, this computer that this bloke is stealing would not be able to run
anything.
Minesweeper. No, actually, it might be able to run Minesweeper, but that's like really pushing the limits. Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
For calculation, by the way, the exact conversion of a megabyte to a gigabyte is 1024. So,
of course,
that's around.
Of course, it's a really specific number.
That's like 49,000 megabytes of RAM compared to
quite
10.
A few, then. Yeah, quite a few.
Just a bit more multiplied.
But Marvel Unlimited is really cool. I've been reading a lot of comics that I've been wanting to read for ages. For example, I really like Venom, if you couldn't tell by what I'm about to say. Or if you can't tell. I have this Venom, I have physical comics from a Venom series, but I'm missing half of the series. So it's really good to be able to go onto this platform and just read the missing comics. Yeah, it's very nice.
It's not the same.
So I've been reading.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same as having a physical comic. I would rather have a physical comic than the digital comics, but it's not awful. It's not like the difference between reading a book and an ebook, for example. I can't read
having
ebooks.
An ebook read to you.
Oh, I love audiobooks, but ebooks suck.
All I'm gonna say is, I took a class on Russian and Eastern Europe science fiction. We had to read this book just called We. Sounded like it was read by Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, when you have a bad reader on an audiobook, yes, it's bad. But if you've got a good reader, one of my favorite audiobooks is Heroes by Stephen Fry, and it is voiced. It is read by Stephen Fry, and he's great at reading books. So that was just really good. But if you've got a really bad reader that's reading in a super monotone voice, then yes, that's gonna suck.
We need that one person that Brax put in the comments of your video. Who was it? VoiceOver Pete. We need him to start reading audiobooks.
VoiceOver Pete. Oh man, you were the VoiceOver Pete of the big video.
I don't I've never heard of VoiceOver Pete until that day, so I had no clue. Yeah, no.
Surprising.
Is it a meme or?
Kind of. He was on Fiverr, so people just kind of paid him to say random crap. But then he said too much random crap and he got banned from Fiverr, and that was a whole controversy. I don't remember if it ever got rectified.
Oh, jeez. Controversial stuff.
We love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the internet is best at. Have you got anything else you want to talk about, Remus?
Fallout 4 is a pretty cool game. I was getting back into that, and then I had to come back here.
I mean, you could probably run it on how many gigs of RAM does your laptop have?
8.
Yeah, you could run it on that.
Not with the mods I have.
Before. Oh no, not with the mods, but my PC can't handle the mods.
Plus, it takes up 94, almost 100 gigabytes. I have 22 left. I have
you might
no
not
storage.
Have space for Vermintide then.
Let me check. It's down near the bottom. Yeah, no, it's almost 100.
It's worth the space. It's worth the space.
I'd have to go through my stuff, see what's
Just,
taken up.
If you've got like loads of games installed on Steam, go to your all games section and sort by size on disc, and then it shows you the games that are taking up the most space, and you can get rid of those.
Fair enough.
That's what I usually have to do. Anyway, right, if you've got now else you want to talk about, we will go to the final stages, the fake news game or the real news game.
Real or fake?
You already know how to play. Top score is 2, I believe. 2 out of 3.
Let's see if I can tie my own score.
Just drawing 3 random cards from the deck. Give me a shout if we've had these before. I don't think we have.
Let's hope not.
We have had one of them before.
Oof.
How about that one? Perfect. No? We've had that one before.
Oh no.
There we go.
You need to mark them with a piece of tape and say which episode they were featured on.
Huh. Okay. So, 2018. Boots said made in the USA, and the military bought thousands. They were from China. 5 executives with a former leading manufacturer of US military boots have been sentenced in federal court for saying the boots were made in Tennessee when they were actually produced in China. Real or fake?
So I know there's memes going on about the made in Tennessee or made in the US and then actually being made in China. I'm gonna say this one is true.
Oh no, he's heard of it before again. Yes, it is true. Okay, second one. A new substitute to the cocoa bean has been discovered. 2019. Due to deforestation, scientists have been on the search for a substitute to the cocoa bean, and an unlikely source has been found: the longhorn beetle. When baked, the beetle has distinctive chocolate tones, and when ground, works as a substitute for cocoa. A well-known confectionery giant have started trials of the insect powder in many of its chocolate lines, with test subjects unable to distinguish between the two. Plans to roll out the new recipes are due autumn 2020.
Is there a name for the company that was doing it?
No.
Okay. I want people to keep in mind for what they're about to hear. I am closely related with the Hershey's company. This is fake.
What?
It's not, there is no real substitute for it.
Well, yeah, no, it is fake, but you're closely related to the Hershey's company?
Yes, I have family that work for it, and I get news about it all the time.
Ah, right.
Hometown's about to have the 3rd largest factory in the world.
Oh, wow. All right. Final one. You've got 2 out of 3 so far. Can you get the new high score?
Let's see.
2016. Beyonce's clothing range, which is designed to support and empower women, was made by women in sweatshop conditions. Although not breaking any laws, the workers averaged around £64 or $84 a month. A seamstress at the factory quoted, "When they talk about women and empowerment, this is just for the foreigners. They want the foreigners to think everything is okay." Real or fake?
Beyonce did have a fall, and I don't know if that's the thing that's related to it, but I want to say that this is real.
I'm sorry, Remus.
It's all good.
But it was correct. You got it right.
Wait, what?
Now, yes, I did the game show host trick. You are the top player. Well done. We're gonna have to up the amount of cards.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have 4 news stories for you instead of 3. Be sure to tune in for that absolutely amazing event.
You're welcome in the future, Sushin Brax, or whoever decides to come on.
I have no idea, man. I have absolutely no clue who's going to be on next. Probably sush, but we will see. Well, thanks, ladies, gents, everyone in between, for listening. If you've enjoyed, if you're on YouTube, leave a like. If you're on anywhere else, give us a rating, preferably of 5 stars, but up to you.
Add the podcast to your favorite listens.
Yes, do that. Share it with your mates. The last one actually did really well. The podcast doesn't do well, but the last one did really well, so let's keep that up. Thanks again for listening, and I will hopefully see you or hear you. I don't know how this works. Bye. See you in 2 weeks.
We'll hear from you the next time.
Yeah.